Good morning, everyone. So I'm back. It's Thursday, but yesterday, one of my friends who watches the channel said they wished that Lukey Duke could make another appearance soon. Luke's been real tired because the heat's been getting to him. The humidity's been getting to that big, beautiful boy, hasn't it, sweetie? It sure has. But there's Lukey Duke. There's my Luke. There's my Luke. Can you say hi to everybody, buddy? He says, no, I just kind of want to just chill out in my little beddy and stay cool. This morning it's quite a bit cooler, and I think he's enjoying it. Then somebody else said that they couldn't wait to see my project. So I'm going to take you down into the room that we're working. Oh, what a pretty face. He's so good. Yes, Luke's a good boy. He's so good. Had to believe he's the same little busy puppy that kept me on my toes for the first year and a half of his life. He's mellowed out so much. He's so good. He's such a good guy. Oh, he's my baby. He's nothing but a big love bug. He's so good. He's so good. Yes, he is. So I'm going to take you down into the room that we're working on. That's, in the middle of renovations and construction, and show you the table I've been working on, because somebody said they couldn't wait to see the project that I'm doing. So this is the table that I'm working on. I don't know if you can actually see what the top looks like. You might be able to see it just a little bit. So the top is a nice, pretty creamy white. I think it's called Irish cream or Irish coffee or something like that. It's something like that, but it's a real creamy white. And then I just did a very, very light color wash to make it look like it has just a little bit of wood grain. It's hard for you to see. You can't really see it very well with the camera. It's very pale, just to make it look like it has a little bit of wood grain. So this is ready for its last coat of urethane. And then that's what I did with the legs. And then, of course, I've got to still finish up with that trim. That's the stuff that my boyfriend bondoed, because we took that plastic rim, and then I sanded down the edge. I wanted the edge to look worn, so I did that all the way around it, just to kind of give it a little bit of a worn look. And the legs, but it matched these chairs. It's all 51 years old, and so I've been working off of these chairs, so they've got paint, but they're all going to get redone to match the table. So it doesn't matter that they're a mess, because those are getting refinished as well. And then that rocking chair and that table and that chair are all going to get refinished as well. And then that chair. And then, hopefully this room will be finished by Christmas. Getting close. We're getting close. He's found another bed. He's so funny. He's not much of a morning guy. But he's very beautiful. So that's the project that I've been working on. We come down here, even though the room has been in the midst of renovation. I have a lot to do right there. That's where we closed it off. This used to be the living room. So that's where we closed it off, you guys. And I have clapboards that are going to go across there. And then, of course, that will get trimmed out, and the door will get trimmed out. And we had to take off the tile that had been here, because that was a railing, and you came down in, and this was the living room. This used to be the living room. And then up there, what's my living room now, was my dining room. And if you've been with me a long time, you used to see me sit at my dining room table and do readings. But we have to bring the platform out, and there's stuff that we've got to finish doing to this wall. And that wall still needs paint. That's primed, that's colored primer. But all the other walls have been primed and painted. And I've even got a couple decorations up and stuff. And I just finished the windows and the window trim last week. Got my prisms back up in the window, which is nice. So, yeah, anyways, this room's kind of a mess. I can't wait to get it all finished so that it doesn't feel chaotic, but it is what it is. That's how it is when you're working on things. And when you're doing it yourself and you're doing it when you have time, you know. So that's what's been going on in my life. That's the project I'm working on right now. And of course, I still got to finish this wall because we did get the trim up. I did get this. I got this primed and painted, and then we got this up. It's primed, but now we got it up. So I've got to fill in all the holes and then get that painted. I've been working on this place for, painting and doing stuff like that for, I think I started in 2021, but really started rocking and rolling it in 2022, because in 2021 I had surgery and I was slowed down a little bit, but I'm going to turn you guys around for a second. Hold on. And set you up in the tripod. All right, now I've got to plug you in. So, hang on. Yeah, everything needs paint eventually, right? And so that's what I started doing, painting everything and getting everything kind of freshened up. Let's see. Put you back, put you down, tip you down a little bit. Let's see how that works out, you guys. Oh, I gotta get my cards. All right, let's see if that's gonna work. It's a very dreary day. It's a little cooler here today, which is nice. The air cleaned up a little bit, so the humidity is gone. Not gone, but greatly diminished. The humidity has greatly diminished, which is really nice. All right, so I think that'll work. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. All of the wood here in this house had darkened over the years. The sun will darken the wood, and I didn't want to have to sand all that urethane off. Make such a mess. And re-urethane to bring it back to that nice, bright, beautiful, light, shiny wood that I had it. I decided to just go ahead and sand things down, scuff things up, sand things down, prime and paint. And I do like the vibe I'm creating. I do like all of the creamy whites and the bright whites and the colors splashed in here and there. And I loved it with that rustic, knotty pine and very rustic look, but I'm also digging this cottagey type look that I've been creating as well. So yeah, hopefully I'll get this done. Hopefully I'll have everything done in the next 5 years. Hopefully all these little things will be finished, because that's what I'm getting down to now. I'm getting down to, it's just like finished work, like having to put this up and get that done. And, finish up my mop boards and finish up my, my molding that goes around the ceiling and things like that. That's what I'm getting down to, just the little things, which makes it a lot easier. Then it's just picking away at stuff. And once I get all of my furniture done, I've done over 30, I can't remember, I counted a while back. I've done over 30 pieces of furniture, along with painting walls and cabinets and trim and mop boards and floors. I painted my living room floor because that floor had been worn down so bad in places from where the kitchen table used to be. And yeah, I've done a lot of painting. And I do it all in like whatever spare time I've got. I start a project, and sometimes it takes me a while to get through the project. Like this table that I'm working on right now, I've been working on it, I'm going to say for 2 weeks, you know. And if I had more time, that could have been finished already. But it just is what it is. You just do it when you can. So first off, I want to thank all of you so much for any of you that bothered to listen to the Morgellons readings. I want to thank you all so much for lending your insight and the things that you know. I do want to say this, though. 2 of you had said that you had shared... Okay, so one person said that they typed in the links. They typed it in like you would type in a regular message to, I think maybe it was Gene Decodes or somebody that has information around Morgellons. And you know what? It's not showing up. I can't find it on my end. So if you want to go in and do that again. And then another person, I just read it minutes before I came on, you guys, said that, and I think her name was Linda. Linda, if you're listening, I can't remember what the rest of your handle is, but you had commented in the conversation that the person and I that we did the reading for yesterday were having. And you said, please read my comment below because you had given a lot of information from a class that you had taken, I believe, from Gene Decode, maybe that's what it said. And you know what? I can't find that either. So if I can't find it, she might not be able to either. So if you guys just want to go in and look, you know, sometimes this is what I've been telling people, and I've neglected to say it for a while. But if I'm not interacting with your comments, you know, if it's a video that I've been on and I've been interacting, and obviously if you find it late and you comment on it and it's been up for a while, I might not see it. But if I've gone in and I've looked at the current comments and stuff and I haven't reacted in some way to your comment, it's because I'm not seeing it. And what will happen a lot of times with YouTube, it will tell me that I've got, let's say there's 40 comments. Let's just use 40 as an example. Sometimes they'll tell me there's 40 comments. But when I go in, maybe I can only find 35 of them. Maybe I'm not seeing the others. And I don't know why that is. I don't know why that is, you guys. But it's a very real thing. It's a very real thing. I don't know if YouTube's trying to hide your comments. I don't know what the hell is going on. But it does happen. So if I'm not seeing these comments, these things that you guys have typed in, maybe the person that you're trying to help isn't seeing them either. So try going in again and giving the information again. I think that those comments were on the first video, the part 1. Maybe you could go into part 2 and type it in there. I don't know if that would help, or try doing it in both places. But I really appreciate all of you coming to the front and being the kind, compassionate, loving people that you are and sharing the information that you do. And you guys rock. You guys rock. This channel is such a blessing. Interacting with people like you is such a blessing. But yeah, I can't thank you enough for being so willing to help and share. Thank you very much. So, yeah, those two are the readings where I'm not going to tell people not to follow the links. Only if the links, like, look suspicious or, you know, look as if someone's trying to solicit you. Because I did that reading yesterday, you know, the algorithms, they noticed that I did that reading, and one guy, I think his channel's name is something cat. I can't remember. But I put a link of his story in there because, and he, on his channel, has several Morgellons stories that he shared his own experience. His channel isn't about Morgellons, it's about something else. But he's battled Morgellons. And so he shares the things that he has found that's helped him in several of his videos. So I did put that link in the comment section on that channel too. It's good to talk with people that have, or listen to people that are sharing their personal experience. Shared information is good information. Even if you choose not to maybe go that road or go that route, it's still good to have it on the back burner, you know, and have the information stored. So yeah, if you folks that commented and said that you've put up information and I looked for that information and I couldn't find it, if you just want to reshare that, please and thank you. Maybe do it on part 2. Do it twice. Do it on part 1 and part 2. If you don't mind, that would be great. I haven't gone in and read every single comment and reacted yet, but I have seen, I get notified that a lot of you are commenting and sharing, and I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. So today, let's get started. Don't follow links and don't follow links and emails in the comment section of my channels from anyone pretending to be anyone that's looking as though they're soliciting you for anything. The healing intentions are always up for you folks, always, always, always. So if you so choose and you want that, stand in your power, decree it for your highest and greatest good, only and always, and breathe that in and integrate it into the body, and just, it's that simple. So I have a shitload of questions, you guys, a lot of questions, but we can only do just so much at a time, right? So I do have a question around Canada. They want to know what the heck is going on with Carney and Trump. And let's just get a basic. I've done readings a while back. I did readings on Carney and Trump. I did readings on Canada, several of them. And you know, what I got in those readings were that this is all part of, like, we're in a military operation. And so what you're seeing on the world stage and what's actually happening and what the narrative is and all of this stuff, it's very confusing and it looks nuts, right? But it's all kind of part of an operation. But let's just get a 7-card spread on Canada, please, and thank you. Let's give us a true story on Carney. And she said, you know, Carney seems to be using the 51st state to try to scare people. Let me just say this for a second. I don't know why the hell it would. You know what? For people that are awake anyway, we know that this world has been tipped upside down and inverted, and nefarious things have been going on in every single country. Not just my country, not just your country, but every single country. And if we all want a better world and we want to fix this world, then I don't know why any of us would be opposed to joining and coming together with other countries. Now, I realize I'm very patriotic too, right? I love my country. I love my country. But I also know that my country has been, under very dark, manipulative, nefarious forces for a very long time. So if someone says to me, you know what we're going to do now that we've worked to clean up shit and we're working to clean this shit up so that we can maybe get our countries back, we're gonna merge America with Canada, because that was all, we were all one at one point anyway. We're gonna come back together because all of this division is asinine and it's bullshit, and we're gonna all come back together. And you know what, maybe we're not gonna have the name America anymore. Maybe they won't have the name Canada anymore. Maybe we'll give it a new name and we'll be, what the hell ever, Or maybe we're gonna join together with Canada, and now America and Canada are all gonna be called Canada, but we're gonna be free and sovereign, and we're gonna be joined back together like it always was. I wouldn't give two tiny shits. Like, okay, if we're gonna make things better, if things are gonna be better for the people, I don't care what we call this country. I just don't care. And I just find it so petty. And, and I've gotten nasty emails from Canadians saying, we don't want to be Americans. Well, all right then. All right then. Like, I don't get it. If we're working to try to be better and sovereign and healed and get these shitbags out, that's ego hanging on to ideologies and an idea of something. I don't care what you call this country. If it's fixed and better, give it whatever the hell name you want. And I will be proud to be part of it. And I just don't get it, you guys. I find that to be petty and 3D and I just don't understand it. I can't wrap my head around that any more than I can cruelty. Because I guess people are like dogs. They don't like change, And yet everyone wants to be fixed. And it's like, I'm resistant to change sometimes too, depending on what it is. But if it's my country being liberated, and if my country is liberated from the cabal, and it's going to take on a new name, I don't care. It's okay with me. It's okay with me. If we were to join and all come together, Canada and the United States, which really kind of only makes sense to me. We're like one big landmass, and if we're in an operation to liberate everyone, what the hell does it matter, right? And they said, you know what, Canada, we're just gonna come together and we're gonna be called Canada too. Now Canada's gonna be huge, but we're gonna be free, and we're gonna be sovereign, and all of the freedoms that we've enjoyed here in the United States, like my gun rights and all of these things that Canada doesn't get to enjoy unless you're hunters, are still, they're all gonna be intact. And, we're still gonna be free, and we're gonna be liberated, but we're gonna be called Canada from now on. I wouldn't give two tiny shits. I want freedom. I want liberation. I want the dark shit gone, and I want to maintain my rights that my Constitution gave me. So I don't care what you call this country. These are the things that I want. So I just find it crazy, you guys. There's my rant. I find it crazy. But there's a lot of, there has been a lot of negativity. I've gotten negativity earlier on when Trump first started talking about Canada becoming the 51st state, boy, people were just shitting on me, shitting on my country, saying shit about my country. And I'm just like, you know what? Maybe you don't belong on my channel. And yeah, if you don't want to be a part of my country, that's fine. But don't tell me one week that you want my president to fix your problems and then tell me that you don't want to be an American and how much we suck. I just don't understand it, you guys. It's just ridiculous. People are so small in their thinking, I think. But that's just me, and there's my rant. So let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this Carney and Canada. First, let's get a story there. Give us a true story, please, and thank you, on what is going on in the country that we're all calling Canada right now, because who the hell knows what's going on the back burner, right? Who knows what's going on the back burner with any of our countries? So the country that we all call Canada, please give us a true story about what is going on there in Canada with Carney. And I mean, his name alone, Carney, kind of tells you that you're at a show, right? It's a carnival show. It's a show. Give the people a show. And his connection with the Alliance or with the Black Hats. Show us what side of the, or if he's a gray hat playing both sides of the coin. Let's just get a true story around what's actually going on there in Canada right now. Give me a 7-card spread. Sorry, you guys, I've babbled and chatted about projects and the pooch and small-minded ways of thinking for 30 minutes. I'm sorry. You guys can fast forward. Maybe I'll put it in the comments. Fast forward to 27 minutes or 28 minutes or whatever. All right. So let's take a look at a true story with a 7-card spread. We want to see the pathway. That's the true path of what's happening in Canada. And we want to see the story around that. The truth around that. What's really happening in Canada right now. True story. Please and thank you. And then we can ask questions off of that. True story. Ace of Pentacles. Something new happening there. Oh, Canada's finished. Finished something, you guys. I want to make sure that you guys can see this. Canada's finished something. True story. Something has finished there. So let's see what this is. Wow, you guys. This looks good. I mean, this looks really good for you guys. So true story around Canada. Let's look at your pathway. The most energy that built your pathway, there's something that built it, right? The buildup of energy that creates this driving pathway forward that you're traveling on. So the buildup of energy is Canada finished some things, whether you know it or not. They ended a cycle. There were things going on with Canada. Backbreaking was not working for the people. So you know what? That's all come to pass. So Canada's ended something. All right. And they ended it. And something brand new and fresh has come in with that Ace of Pentacles. That Ace of Pentacles is a really good card, you guys. It's like a good luck card, right? Because Pentacles are earthly pleasures, and this is brought in through the heavens. This is like a universal gift, and you know, there's all this beauty in this card. So like, this is a good luck card. So you finished something. that wasn't working for Canada, and you've begun something new, brand new, and you're moving forward in a much higher vibrational way. I know it might not look that way, but much more balanced, much more higher vibrational way, and it's also going to be a much more abundant way. You know, this guy on this chariot, he has things that, you know, maybe others don't have. He's very abundant, or he wouldn't be riding a chariot to begin with, right? And yeah, this is a very spiritual card, and it's major arcana. So you're going to be seeing all these new things moving forward. You're just not seeing them right now. But you definitely ended things. And then coming up from that, we have that 8. And that's my trap. So something was finished there for you guys. And then something was set up and walked away from to catch people. So right now, Canada is being used as some form of trap, okay? Things were set up to look good, to look perfect, to not look as though they were traps, but they were set up to look a particular way so that nobody would realize that traps were being set for them. Those traps were set. The people that set them walked away. You know, this guy's walking towards the mountain. He's going to walk away. He's very courageous. He set up these traps, knowing that that the things that's going to happen here within these traps are things that do not serve him or anyone, really, right? They don't serve people. So they're going to be, there's a trap set. And the ultimate goal is like this majorly happy ending, right? For everybody. Because that 10 of Cups, that's like a feel good. Things came to pass. Now everybody's celebrating, dancing, hugging on each other. This cycle has ended, and it's a feel good thing, right? This new beginning starts moving forward, and it's a feel good thing. So that's really good. You got some good stuff going on here. Now, across from this brand new journey, we have you've been setting new ways of doing things into place, into motion, because these are your rods, and that's your physical day-to-day journey. So a lot of groundwork has been done already, right, that springs off of the new, and more groundwork is being grounded in all the time. With the 7, you need to look, because there's proof in the pudding. Some way you're going to find the proof that new things have been being grounded in. All the while it seems as though the same old bullshit is going on, right? But these traps that are being set are an exposure, right? Exposures of the dark energies, you guys, and things that were hidden and done in the dark by the dark magicians and the nefarious people, to expose both good things and bad things. And there's going to be a major exposure at the end with that cup that's covered. And that major exposure it's going to be really based in safety. And the reason why that is because the handkerchief that covers that cup is all outlined in red. And so with that red, that for me, because I read how these cards, what these cards mean to me. For me, when I see this handkerchief and it's all glowing in red all around the edges, that's the root chakra. And that's where our safety and our vitality and our courage is based. So within our root chakra, that's we need to be safe in the world, or we feel unsafe in the world. That's where we build our courage, that primal energy that will move you to, jump a lion if it's going after your kid. You know what I mean? That primal energy of courage that just takes over so that you do what you have to do. And that feeling of being safe and having that life force energy, that vitality that keeps you moving forward And that passion, which, that passion for life, for love, for your mate, for your children, things like that. So when the root chakra is off base, just a little bit of information here. When the root chakra isn't balanced and it's unhealthy and it's holding trauma, then you would not feel safe in this world and you would be in constant fear. And it would be very easy to tip you into fear. And if it's off balanced, you may not have any courage. You may be one of those people that you'd be in fear and you wouldn't be able to move. You wouldn't be able to move forward, even if it meant that you had to move to save your life. You wouldn't be able to. And you may feel like just dying because you don't have that vitality and that passion for life. The imbalance could also be that you don't feel safe and your courage is what would seem like courage would actually be a constant state of fight or flight. And you might be that person that is willing to attack even if there's no danger. Like somebody just raising their voice to you could put you in that state of fight or flight and you'd be on attack mode. So there's all these things that can happen when that chakra is out of whack, right? But a healthy chakra, you're going to know that you're safe in the world. You're going to be aware of your surroundings. You're going to recognize danger when it's there, and then you'll act accordingly. Healthy root chakra, you're not going to run around sleeping with every Tom, Dick, or Harry, or every, Nancy and Louise that you come in contact with. You're not going to be overly promiscuous. You're not going to be overly frigid, if your root chakra is healthy, healed, and balanced, right? Does that make sense to you guys? So when I look at this card and I see that, that handkerchief is outlined in the red, that's absolutely your root chakra, which says what to me? Well, when you've got all of this ugly stuff around you and some beautiful things around you, and these things are being exposed, when the curtain comes off of this cup that's hidden right now, where what's in the cup is hidden, it's going to have something to do with your safety, right? And if you're celebrating, then that means that, and we're talking about Canada, the celebration is going to be this stuff exposed, but these new things that are coming in and being set up and breaking new ground, there's something that's going to create a higher level of safety, a much safer country for you folks. Something that makes that country much better place to live, a safer place to live, something much nicer. So you have, and that's going to come from these endings, these new beginnings, these traps that expose these things, that bring you these happy endings moving forward that feel good. So you have a really good, this is looking good for Canada. I mean, doesn't get much better than that, really. So let's get more of a story about really what's happening with Canada. Let's have them tell us just a little bit more. The truth about what's going on in Canada. So, moving forward, a lot of stuff will be exposed. Moving forward, that handkerchief will come off and you'll all be very happy because something within your country is going to be much more safe. New things have started. You don't know that yet. You'll know that moving forward. New things, lots of groundwork done, lots of things being grounded into that country to expose things and make things better. Whole bunch of stuff is finished, done, out of the way so that the new can be moved in. Trap set. Happy endings on their way. Trap set to expose things. So, and reveal things. So, You know, and don't forget that trap set moving forward. Trap set. So moving forward, I'm assuming that we're going to still be for a while. We're all going to still be in a place where there will be traps set as we move forward still, because they're going to want to make sure that nobody else comes in to try to take over the nefarious plans that others were implementing. Do you know what I mean? So for a while, there will be still these traps set moving forward. And people will get caught in them and they will be exposed. So that's what I'm getting so far. Let's let him talk a little bit more. One more shuffle, you guys. More story. More story about what's really happening in Canada. But this looks pretty good. This is very nice. And then, you know, don't forget, you've got this Higher Arcana card that moves you forward. So that's big picture. So when you guys really hit that place of moving forward, everyone's going to know it. Like right now with these Lower Arcana cards, this isn't something that maybe everybody knows, but they say that you can seek information and find it, right? But moving forward, everybody is going to be made aware of certain things because that's that Major Arcana card. So now let's look at this. All right, you guys. So moving forward, right, you have these, the King of Pentacles, you guys, for me, if he's set up really good, and he is, because he's set up here with happy endings, with setting traps, with moving forward and new beginnings. He's set up really good with the happy endings. And the starting fresh, clean slate. So the King of Pentacles is a very fair person. He is very abundant. He cares about the planet. So, you know, earth healing, very much so cares about the planet. And he's a very fair individual. So he rules, he's not like, he's very level. So you're not going to hear him like, you know, like President Trump, he's fiery. You're going to hear him say, you know, someone's stupid. He's going to say that. He's like me. It's almost, he's not polished and he's fiery. He's very fiery. So he's going to speak. He's just authentically speaking. He's being himself. He's going to speak like he would if you were sitting at his table or whether he's addressing the nation. And if something's got him in an uproar, he's going to speak in a fiery manner, right? The King of Pentacles, he's more of that earth sign. So he's, though he can be very courageous and very forceful and a great warrior, he is more level spoken, right? He's more level spoken. So he might not be hollering out, "You asshole." He would use a different he would use a different version of speaking, but he's still a very strong leader. He's just a little more grounded, less fiery in the way he presents himself. But he's very caring about the earth, and he's very caring about everything upon the earth. And he's a very fair person. Like, he listens to both sides, and he's very, very fair. So you have a very, very fair, good leader. That is helping to move you out of troubled water. And so right now you're in the trouble. Right now there's the troubled water because the boat's still setting in the rockiness of it, right? But this leader is bringing in new things. He's working hard to bring in new things. He's working to move forward. He's working to bring happy endings. He's also working to set those traps that you see under this card. He's working to clean this slate. He's working to move you out of troubled water. And moving you out of troubled water is part of this reveal process. So there are reveals. He's working to help reveal things to bring you these happy endings, to get you into smoother sailing. Right now, yes, the water is choppy, but a lot of groundwork has been done to help move you into smoother days. He's in direct contact with the muscle that's pushing you forward into smoother sailing, with the muscle that's doing the work that will expose things and bring the ultimate surprise, with the muscle that's actually out there setting the traps. Okay, so he's in direct contact with all of those people, the people doing the physical work to ground in these things in your actual physical journey. So you do have somebody that is working on your behalf, and he's actually a good guy, right? So they're in Canada kind of overseeing things and doing things, and he's a good guy. So I want to ask now to kind of get things so that Canada with this 3 has a clean slate, because with this you're looking out. So you've got most of your work is done. You still have some work to go. You're looking out and you're assessing things. You're like the innovator. You're looking out and you're assessing what to do now, because the slate has been pretty much cleared. So, now you can rejoice and you can be the visionary and start seeing how things should go moving forward. And the visionary is saying, what I want moving forward is a definite happy, feel-good moment for everybody. So this guy is looking good, all right? Now, whether you can see this person visually on the world stage or if he's the man behind the curtain, it could be 2 different things, right? So what we want to ask, I guess, is this person that's actually doing all of this to kind of help Canada move into a better space, is he, is he Carney? I mean, is Carney actually a good person while, playing a role, acting out? Is this actually the man Carney that we're looking at? Because it could be somebody else who's actually behind the scenes that you guys don't even know is there, that's actually doing the work. Do you know what I'm saying? So let's see. Is this good leader, this fair leader, this decent person, is that Carney that you're talking about? Please and thank you, that's helping Canada to move forward in all of these good ways. Please and thank you. One more shuffle and we'll get an answer there. Is that actually Carney that they're talking about here, that's like really working very, doing good things for your country? Is that Carney? That Queen of Pentacles says it is. Let's get a story. Yeah, he's made deals. He's actually working with other people, which it shows very clearly here. He's made deals working with other people. This is an information war, you guys. So moves, counter moves, going out there with some integrity, but with some very skewered words and things, presenting things a certain way with that Seven of Swords. But the focus and the deals that they've made and this information war that you are in, it's saying with that Eight of Rods that it's moving quickly along. So let's see what else they want to say. Things are moving quickly along to transform there for you folks in Canada. And they realize that you feel like you're beat up. They understand that. The universe is validating you, okay? So, yes, it's Carney. It's Carney that is this leader that's doing all of these good things. Even though you guys might not like him, maybe some do, maybe some don't. He's actually working with other people, and it shows him working with the muscle, you know, working with the people that's setting the traps, really wanting better things. It's this guy that's working to help move Canada into this new direction. And he's pretty focused with that Queen. He's focused. He's made deals with this Two of Cups. He's made a lot of deals. And, you know, that Two of Cups is showing us he's made a lot of deals with this Seven of Swords. And he's having to speak a certain way. And his words are skewered. They're skewered. Because this is an information war. But with the Seven, if you seek, you can see that there's something about Carney that's going to lead you to see that he's actually upstanding. You got to seek the knowledge. It's there. And this is actually moving, this whole thing is actually moving along quite fast to transform, to make great transformation within your country. So, faster than maybe we realize in the larger scheme of things with Temperance, who alchemizes things over a period of time and makes these changes, you guys. This has been going on over a long period of time, but right now in this major pathway here, it's moving faster than you would think. And they realize they're acknowledging that you feel beaten up and the battle has been long and hard. They're acknowledging that. And part of the reason why you feel so beaten up, honestly, is because of all of the skewered words and things that you're receiving via this information war. But soon truth is going to come forward. Soon you're going to know the truth, probably faster than you might even expect. Okay? So, this person, Carney, that maybe seems like he's doing things that you don't like or whatever it is that's going on there in your country, understand that it looks to me like he may be looking one way, but in reality something else is going on. And the something else that's going on looks pretty good. So, Can you tell me, I want another drink of my coffee. Can you tell me, please and thank you, have I delivered these messages correctly and the way you would have hoped for me to have seen this and delivered it? Please and thank you. And don't forget, you guys, with this 9, you're coming to the end of a cycle. So this battle is, it's not going to go on forever because you're getting ready to cycle out of that. And don't forget that though you may feel beaten up, Temperance has actually used people to fight the real war. You know, the physical war. And all we're having to do is physically take on what's going on in the information war. But other people have had to fight this like physical war. So, you know, keep all of that in mind too, and stay in the attitude of gratitude. So what I want to know, please and thank you, is did I deliver this message correctly? have I delivered the message correctly and how you would like me to? I've delivered the message to you correctly. I've delivered it to you how they would like me to. The secondary message with this is that's love, okay? So that's the Lover's card. So stay in the love vibration, obviously. Know that you're being overseen and guided by God, guides, those higher vibrational realms. This is like, though it's happening in a physical world, know that the whole thing is kind of, it's just time. It's karmic. It's the heavens saying, this is a time of great change. And don't be deceived, okay? Don't be deceived by the information and the skewered words and the things that are out there. Take a step back like this guy does, right? This guy, he steps back and he has a broader view and he can see the deception clearly, okay? So take a step back, have a broader view. They've given you sevens. 7 means seek and you shall find. So if you delve down enough rabbit holes, you're going to find proof that all of this is actually happening in your background. But that things may look a particular way because we're in battle and at war. And it's an information war. And there are traps set and people getting caught and reveals being made and groundwork being done and new beginnings, being brought in. And there's a lot going on there, you guys. But if you seek, you will find. And that's what I'm getting. I'm getting that I read this to you correctly. And then I'm giving you the secondary pieces of the message with the Lover's card. Okay? So that's what I'm getting about Canada. And I'm in 56 minutes. So let's just, because I ran my mouth the first half hour about my life and what's going on here. And then I ranted about if we want freedom and we want sovereignty, we've got to get out of our 3D way of thinking and be stuck in ideology and get out of these thought processes of being stuck in the ideologies. I mean, I get it. I love my country too, and I'm proud to be an American. For all the problems that we've had here that need to be fixed, I've always been grateful to be born here in America. Very grateful for the rights and things that I have here that many others don't have in their countries. Especially being a very opinionated woman, I've been very, very grateful to be an American. I've always loved my country. But if tomorrow somebody said to me, Lorri, you know what? You've known about all of the problems within this country, and you've known about the deception, and you've known about the nefarious plans, and you've known how corrupted things are, and what they've been doing to humanity. And, what we're going to do now, instead of us just being this one country, America, we're going to come together with Canada, because there was a time where we were one, right? We're going to come together with Canada. We're going to be one big landmass. A lot of my family came out of Canada. Like a lot of the people here in Maine, our families came out of Canada. I mean, my God, it's just, this division stuff is just ridiculous. But anyways, to get back to it. And we're going to merge with Canada. And so now we're not going to be like two different countries. We're going to be one big country. And because Canada was here longer, we're going to call all of it Canada. But we're going to be free. We're going to be liberated. You're going to have all of your constitutional rights. This is going to be a sovereign country. We're not adopting anything that would take your rights away from you. In fact, we're giving you things that were taken from you, giving you all of your rights back. We're going to have our eyes peeled for anybody that's trying to pull any bullshit and bring in socialism or communism. We're keeping our eyes on that. Anybody that starts to veer out of line, that tries to screw over this country, they're going to be held to account. We're not going to allow an infiltration. We've got all of these things in place to make sure that this is a wonderful, sovereign, free country where you have the ability to create abundance and life will be easier and blah, 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 all those things that we want. But we're going to call it Canada. We're going to be called Canada. So you're going to be okay with that, Lorri? Yeah, I'm going to be okay with that. I'm not going to get caught up over what fucking name my country is called. What I want is freedom and sovereignty, and I want that for the world over. I want that for the world over. So I'm not going to get caught up in stupid shit like what we're going to be called. Maybe we won't be called Canada, and maybe we won't be called the United States. Maybe we'll have a brand new name that doesn't have any type of, that starts fresh, that's very high vibrational, that doesn't have anything to do with any cabal ties, because we're wiping the slate fresh and clean, and what is known right now as Canada and what is known right now as the United States come together to form one huge, big, beautiful, sovereign country, and we have a beautiful, high vibrational new name, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I just want everyone to be free and liberated, and out of these cabal ties. And we're not vibrating really in that type of alignment if we're holding on to negative ideas and ideologies which say, oh yeah, yesterday I loved all of you people from this country, but today I'm pissed and I want no part of it. That's not a good vibration to that's just not the vibration that will help us bring in what we want, which is liberation. Not just for the United States and Canada, for the whole damn world. Because today we're separated by borders and things, and we do need that because culturally things are very different in other parts of the world. And so today we still need solid borders. We do. But culturally, there are plenty of us that could come together and we could be considered one country, and our culture is so much alike that it would be fine. It would be fine. Eventually, this world is going to move into just the world. Probably won't be in my lifetime because we have a lot of growing to do as humanity. But that is where we're moving towards. So it's just going to be the world. It's going to be a race of people and the world. And when I say a race of people, I mean, us, humans, just humans. People aren't going to get caught up on your skin color or your nationality. There's not going to be all of this division and bullshit. It's going to be one world. And, the brothers and sisters of the world. That's where we're going. But we're never going to get there with this mindset of not liking our other countries and not being open to maybe start merging together culturally, like countries merging together, coming together as one, and all enjoying sovereignty and freedom together as one. That's where it starts. So I don't know. There's just these mindsets that I don't understand, because the goal is for us to all be liberated from this cabal and this Luciferian system that we've all been under the thumb of, and getting caught up in these stupid little things. It just amazes me where some people's minds are at. But all different levels of awake in the world, I guess. And, ideologies long ingrained into us, very hard to break away from, I realize. And the work that I've been doing with my own ego has been for a long... I know a lot of people avoid their shadow self and their shadow work, but I actually quite enjoy it. I enjoy doing my shadow work, which makes me, it helps me with the egotistical piece of things. It helps me being able to step out of ego a little bit more and be a little more open to things than if I weren't doing my shadow work. So I've been at it a long time, so I guess I see things differently. But I don't care what they call this country, as long as we're liberated. that's where I'm at. I don't care what we're called. I'm still going to love my country, and as long as we're liberated, I'm okay with that. I mean, when I got married, I left my last name behind and I took on another name, and I was okay with that. It's kind of the same thing. Like, we would be coming together, you know, like in a marriage, to work together to be, you know, in a marriage, the idea is to come together, help balance each other out, work together, love each other, and create a better world together. It's the same thing with the countries coming together. So I don't know. But anyways, I'm done ranting. I love you all very much. I hope that you have a beautiful day. I have a shitload of questions, so I have a bunch of readings to do. And yeah, I hope you all have a beautiful day. And I want to thank you all again very much for sharing information. Please do check in and see if you can find those comments, because I can't. And if I can't see them, she might not be able to see them either. But yeah, I appreciate all that you do. I appreciate all of your prayers and high vibes and love that you sent to my son's girlfriend. She really needs it. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the love that you give to me and my entire family all the time. I appreciate all the love that you give to the world. You guys just rock. You're all just an amazing group of compassionate, loving individuals that wants the best the world over, and it's nice to have a group of people that are like-minded, that I can you know, read your comments and see how you're feeling about things and be able to resonate, because you and I all know that these aren't conversations that you can just have with anyone. A lot of people aren't going to listen to you. They're going to think that you're nuts, although more and more people are coming on board and starting to wake up. So you know, there is that. But I appreciate you all very much. And I hope that you have a blessed day, a beautiful day, and keep your vibes high, your chins up, your back straight. Stay in courage, stay in strength, stay in passion and vitality, while also maintaining your love vibration and your joy and, you know, all of those things that make you soft, right along with all of those things that make you strong. All right, you guys, until next time, which will be tomorrow, take care. Stay high vibing. I love you, and I will see you soon. Bye.